many people have you killed?
Oh, an approximate guess. Approximate, we'll go with more than 100.
He looked like a normal suburban father. He drove his kids to school. He had dinner with his family. But at night, he was something else. A contract killer. A man prosecutors would later call one of the most dangerous hitmen in America. This is the story of Richard Kuklinski, the man known as the Iceman. The early years. Richard Kuklinski was born in 1935 in Jersey City, New Jersey. His childhood was violent. His father was abusive. His home was unstable. Violence was not something he feared. It was something he learned. As a teenager, Kuklinski claimed he committed his first murder. There was no grand plan, no criminal mastermind yet, just anger and a growing comfort with brutality. But what made Kuklinski different was not rage. It was control. He learned how to separate emotion from action. That separation would define his life. Entering the underworld. By the 1960s and 70s, New York and New Jersey were controlled by organized crime. Mafia families ran construction, loans, gambling, and illegal operations across the city. Kuklinski started small, selling stolen goods, working with low-level criminals. But people began to notice something. He was reliable, and more importantly, he was cold. When problems needed to disappear, Kuklinski didn't hesitate. Soon, he was introduced to higher-level mob associates. According to court testimony, he began taking contract killings. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, he was efficient. And in organized crime, efficiency is valuable. The double life. To his neighbors, Richard Kuklinski was a family man. He lived in a quiet suburban home. He coached his children. He attended school events. Nothing about him suggested violence, but that was the point. He compartmentalized his world, family on one side, murder on the other. And he never mixed the two. At least, not visibly. That psychological separation allowed him to operate without drawing attention. He could sit at dinner hours after committing a killing and show no visible stress. That detachment is what earned him his reputation. The nickname came later. During investigations, authorities claimed Kuklinski sometimes froze bodies to confuse time of death estimates. Freezing a body could delay decomposition. It could mislead investigators. It showed planning. It showed calculation. Whether every claim was true is still debated. But the name stuck. The Iceman. Cold, unemotional, methodical. Methods, unlike impulsive killers, Kuklinski adapted. He reportedly used different weapons to avoid patterns. Firearms, poison, blunt force. The variety made profiling harder. He did not seek attention. He did not taunt police. He did not leave signatures. His goal was simple. Complete the job, get paid, disappear. That business-like approach made him valuable to criminal networks. He wasn't killing for fame. He was killing as a service. The investigation. By the early 1980s, law enforcement had suspicions. Rumors connected Kuklinski to multiple unsolved murders. But suspicion is not evidence. Authorities needed proof. So they went undercover. An informant befriended Kuklinski. Conversations were recorded. Over time, he began to talk, carefully. Not emotional confessions, but details. Operational details. Those recordings became critical evidence. The arrest. In 1986, Richard Kuklinski was arrested. The image shocked many people. A large, quiet, suburban father in handcuffs, charged with multiple murders. At trial, prosecutors painted a picture of a calculated contract killer. The defense questioned how many of his claims were exaggerated. Because after his arrest, Kuklinski gave interviews. He spoke about the mafia. He spoke about dozens of killings. Some investigators believe he inflated his numbers. Others believe the full truth may never be known. Prison years. Kuklinski was sentenced to multiple life terms. He would never be released. In prison interviews, he appeared calm, controlled, sometimes even reflective. He claimed he loved his family. He claimed he regretted parts of his life. But he rarely showed strong emotion. The same detachment that defined his crimes defined his imprisonment. So who was Richard Kuklinski? A mafia hitman? A violent man who exaggerated his criminal resume? Or something in between? What makes his story unsettling is not just the killings. It's the structure, the routine, the ability to treat murder like employment. Clock in, complete the task, return home. No chaos, just calculation. And that raises a disturbing question. Is organized violence more dangerous than emotional violence? Because chaos is unpredictable, but systems can operate for years. Richard Kuklinski died in prison in 2006, but the myth of the Iceman still circulates. A reminder that sometimes the most dangerous individuals are the ones who appear completely ordinary. If you're interested in stories about organized crime and the systems behind it, subscribe. This series is just beginning.